That's right, folks. It is once again time for What Every Cruiser Wants, where we are going to learn how we are supposed to be cruising. Didn't you want to know how you're supposed to cruise? Don't you want to know what we're doing wrong as cruisers? I know I do, so I'm glad these folks are here to tell us. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants. And I do have 3 new comments for you this week. You know what? I even have a bonus comment for you. I'm going to throw a bonus comment in. That way we can all just end this video with a great laugh. So make sure you stay to the end so you can laugh with us too. But let's jump in to this week's comments. Comment number 1. We're going to talk about food in the cruise cabins, because this person does not like the fact that people can take food to their cabins, because when they're done with it, they take the empty and dirty plates and they put them out in the hallway, and they don't like it. They just absolutely hate it, and they think it should stop immediately. Let's take a look. Blank have again banned people from taking food to their room. Good on them. Carnival should. Carnival must stop this too. I am sick of seeing the hallways look like third world countries with plates of food left outside the door. All of my roll call agrees. Will Carnival ban this too? If not, why not? All right, so they want to ban people from taking any food to their cabins, because when they're done with the food, they put the plates out in the hallway, and to them, it's a third world country. And of course, everybody in their roll call absolutely agrees with them. Nobody thinks that they are wrong. So let's break this comment down. 1, the reason that people put the plates in the hallways, particularly on Carnival, is because that is what Carnival tells them to do. Carnival has stated over and over again, they want the plates put out in the hallway. That way someone can come by and simply collect all the plates and get them out of the way. Does it sometimes not happen very quickly? That's true. Is it always the prettiest thing to see in the hallway? No, that's true. Is it a normal part of cruising? Yes, that's true. But I guess here is the most interesting point that I want to make on this whole thing, is they want to ban people from taking food to their room so these plates don't go out in the hallway, right? But what about room service? Food is delivered to your room and you still do the same thing with the plates. So what would be the point of banning people from taking a snack to their room when they could simply get room service and the exact same thing would occur? I'm not sure they've thought this all the way through. You know, it's just an example. Well, I don't like it, so it must be stopped. It must be banned. And everybody agrees with me. Well, I'm willing to bet not everybody agrees with you. While it may not be the most pleasant thing to see, and I can agree with that, people are not going to stop wanting to take food to their room, whether it's a snack, whether it's room service, whatever, the case may be. I guarantee you people probably do not want to stop that. Now, of course, I cannot speak for everybody because I have not asked everybody, but we're going to ask everybody watching this video. Do you think food in your cruise cabin should be banned? Should they do away with it? Should it come to an immediate stop? And one final question. And can anybody tell me which cruise line has banned food being taken to the room? Because I hadn't heard this, and I'm curious if a cruise line has actually banned it. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about food in cruise cabin. All right, comment number 2. Now, we've had similar comments like this before. And as people, as a society, we all have either our favorite sports team that we love to watch. We have our favorite TV show we love to watch. And when you have people that cruise from, all over the United States, we have Canada, we have Mexico, we have countries from all around the world, all cruising together on one cruise ship, everybody doesn't necessarily want to all watch the same thing. What's important to one may definitely not be important to another, but there are just some people out there that believe what they want to watch is the most important thing on the planet, and everybody on the ship must want to watch it too, because why else would you put a comment out like this? A few days after we booked the cruise, there was a sudden dash for our calendar, followed by a groan. I realized I was going to miss Wimbledon. I am a tennis fan, and especially Wimbledon. I was reassured by my travel agent that Carnival would show the matches, possibly even on the Jumbotron. Having spoken with the front desk manager, I was told there was nothing that could be done and that the movies would be shown and not Wimbledon. If I had known this, I would have changed my cruise date. Why are movies given preference to Wimbledon? Crazy! This needs to be changed. So I'm curious, does anybody book their cruises based on what is coming on TV? Now, I get that there are some sports fanatics out there and they love their sports and they want to watch their sports. No judgment on that. I personally have never been concerned about what's on TV when I book my cruise, but some folks might be. I get it. I understand it. But again, just because you like it and you are a fan of it doesn't mean they're going to play it on the big screen on the Lido deck and take the movies off. This person wants to know, why are movies given preference over Wimbledon? Because people want to watch the movies they didn't necessarily want to watch Wimbledon. Now let's keep in mind, the Wimbledon matches were shown on board cruise ships. They were shown down in the sports bars where there's TVs. They just were not shown on the big screen. But this person believes because they liked Wimbledon that the movie should have been gone, Wimbledon should have been played, and that this needs to change. What really needs to change is people thinking that just because they want to see it, that everybody on the ship wants to see it. Because they want to sit by the pool and see tennis, they believe everybody must sit by the pool and see tennis. That is what actually needs to change. People have got to realize that folks from all over the world come together on a cruise and we all like something a little bit different, especially when what you want to watch can be seen on the ship, just not necessarily where you want to see it. But let me throw it out there to you guys. Should something like Wimbledon be played on the big screen over the pool? Should the movies go away when something like this is on? Because do you think the majority of the people on the ship would want to see it? Let me know what you guys think about Wimbledon on the big screen on your sea day. Comment number 3. Now this one too, this one made me laugh because to me this person is really self-absorbed, self-entitled, and honestly, they're just out of their mind. But let's take a look at this comment and then we can talk about it. Hey, I was on Panorama this past February. I am a Generation Z cruiser who needs high-speed internet to be able to work even when I'm cruising. I am an influencer on various social media platforms with 100,000 subscribers. Your ship's download speeds of around 2 megabytes. For some people, that may be sufficient, but for my purposes, it was less than adequate. When will Carnival bring themselves to cater for us and provide internet that allows those of us who have to work? Okay, so wanting faster internet isn't what makes me laugh. People working on cruise ships isn't what makes me laugh. I'm sure you guys have figured out what's making us laugh because I doubt I am the only one laughing. But let's start off with, I'm an influencer. I have 100,000 subscribers. Does anybody out there think Carnival cares? I'm on YouTube. I have subscribers. I make videos about cruising, and never once have I even considered going, Carnival, change this immediately because I'm an influencer. Carnival does not care whether people are influencers or not. They are working on the internet. They're installing the Starlink. It's on 11 of their ships already. It's going to be on the rest of their fleet. But why would you write in a comment where you say something so goofy and ridiculous that I don't get where people think that because they say, I'm an influencer, that people actually really care that you're an influencer, that you think you're an influencer. I do this every day. I put stuff on the internet every day. I talk about cruising every day, and I still don't think that I'm an influencer. I'm definitely not entitled to any kind of special behavior or attitude because of what I do. So yeah, I find it funny that some people think that this is the appropriate type of comment to write in, and people are going to care. Okay? But let me throw that out to you guys. So the question for this one will be, if somebody comes up to you on a ship and goes, but I can do this, or I should get this, or I should have this because I'm an influencer, do you actually care? And to go along with that question, we also have a cruise poll that was done about what people use internet on board the ship for. Because you always hear about people that need it to work. So John Heald actually did a survey, and here's the results. When you cruise, what do you use the ship's internet for? So we had 11,200 votes, and according to this, work is actually one of the lowest choices on there that people selected. So with a survey like that, I think it kind of reinforces the point that I'm not sure Carnival cares if you're an influencer or not. And finally, as promised, I have a bonus comment for laughing, because when have we all stopped being adults? When have we all just said common sense no longer needs to be used? When have we decided that apparently we need our hands held every step of our life? At least that's kind of how I feel after I read this. I really believe you guys should do more to tell your passengers about serious sunburn. I spent the last 2 days of my cruise in my room in agony. Just saying. So the cruise lines should let you know that if you go out in the sun and you don't protect yourself, you could get sunburned. And as an adult, you haven't learned that yet? I don't know how to respond to such a thing. Is anybody out there as an adult unaware that if you go outside you could get some sunburn? I mean, are there truly people out there in the world that don't know this yet? That there's a big orange yellow ball in the sky, and if you stand underneath it long enough, it burns you? I mean, this is a lesson that I learned as a kid, because I know, at least for me, my mom said, you're gonna get sunburned, you don't, put some sunscreen on. Quit messing around, it's gonna hurt. What do you know? It burnt. I got hurt. It was painful. Learn this as a child. But instead, you have an adult who went on a cruise and needed to write in and say, why didn't you guys let me know? And how come you're not letting people know that the sun can burn you? I don't know whether to bust out laughing or shake my head in wonder. I mean, what do you guys think? Were you aware that the sun could give you sunburn? Or do you think the cruise lines needs to let you know? And that's going to be our video today for what every cruiser wants. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone's having a really great day and a really great weekend. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.